Ever since the beginning of time, man has created fermentation, things to help out when they had pneumonia or colds or things like that. This video is just for educational purposes only. I am not making any claims or any facts, but I'm going to share with you a very old recipe that the old timers used when their loved ones had got colds. Through the years, there's been a lot of different advertisements for how to cure the common cold, how to get rid of all of that coughing. Well, today I'm going to share with you an old recipe from the 1800s, and it has to do with, well, you'll have to watch the video. Even my grandma, who is extremely plain, had a bottle of whiskey in the barn just in case they needed it for this. Well, good morning, everyone. This is a video that I have never made before, and I'm going to show you today how you can make cough syrup. Now, I want to give a disclaimer. This is an old-fashioned recipe. This is an old way of doing things, and so this may not be something that you're interested in, but as I work through my health and issues, I try to stay as far away from the commercialized way of keeping myself healthy. This is cough syrup, and this does require some liquor. Now, I am not going to show the liquor. I am going to have to work a little bit around that part of it. But I'm going to show you the recipe. It is an old recipe, and I'm going to add a little twist to it. We have a container like this. This is a pint jar. It calls for a pint jar. It calls for whiskey, and it also calls for peppermint sticks. So peppermint candy canes. So let me show you what we're going to do. Let me get everything together. If I can find the photo, I will share it in my video. But this is the recipe right here. So you're going to have to write this down. I will not put this in my description box, so you're going to have to write it down. It is homemade, Paw Garrett's homemade cough syrup. And this is what we do. We're going to take a pint bottle. Now, they just use a regular canning jar. I'm using a dark one. We're going to have peppermint candy, and we're going to have honey, and we're going to have lemon, and we have wild turkey bourbon. So let me put it together. It only takes minutes, but if you have a bad cough, this is something that you might want to try. That's all I'm going to say about that. So anyhow, it's made in America, and this is an amazing, amazing recipe, and this is good for other things as well. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to mix it all up and put it together. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our candy canes and we're going to break them up, and then we are going to put them into our pint jar. We're going to fill a pint jar with the candy canes. Now, like I said, you only use this roughly 1 ounce to suppress cough. And I'll tell you how you know when it's ready to use. So it's going to take me a little bit to put all the candies into the jar. When I'm done with that, then I will show you what we do next. So the candy is going to dissolve. So this candy is going to dissolve, and when it's dissolved, then it's ready to use for if you have a cold. Just a little fun fact. I have never consumed liquor in my whole entire life. I've never drank liquor. I don't know what it tastes like. Never drank beer. Never did any of that. Oh, and I never smoked either. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take 1 teaspoon of honey. So we have 1 teaspoon of honey. Now this will keep indefinitely. Okay, so this will never go bad. And to that we're going to add a slice of lemon. 2 slices actually. We're going to use 2 slices of lemon. Shut down in there. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our main ingredient, which is our main ingredient is this. Okay, I'll add that, and then I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. All right, now we're finished. When the candy cane is dissolved, that's when it's done. And then you can use it. You're going to be storing this on your counter. You do not need to refrigerate this. So there you go, everyone. It's a very old recipe that dates back into the 1800s, and it's something good to have on survival. You just never know when you may need it. All right, everyone. While I work on some homemade bread, I thought we would discuss a little bit more about what you've seen in the previous video. It's very important as a prepper that we don't just think about food, but we also think about our other needs. So whatever needs that may be for you. What I would like you to do is think about all the things that you need for your medical needs, and see if there's anything there that you could prep, that you could have. What really hurts me the most is when I hear about people who have long-term physical ailments and issues, and I wonder what will happen if things got really bad. So there's things that we can do to help ourselves. And one of those things I really want to dive deeper into in my channel is looking into ways that we can have alternative medicines and alternative ways to help heal our bodies. So these kind of videos will be ones not everybody will like, but I think it's really going to be helpful to people to have different way of thinking. Now, of course, you're going to have to do your own homework. You're going to have to figure out if these herbs you could use or not. People that are on medications, they need to do a lot of investigating and a lot of research whether their medications will be okay to use with different herbs. For me, I'm at a different viewpoint because I'm not on any medication. And so you need to do your homework and you need to figure out what is right for you. And that is extremely important on any YouTube channel video you see on anything. Don't just take the person's words, but do your own research and investigate it and figure out if it's something that you could use for your prepping for your own needs. So we're going to try some more Dollar Tree prepping that doesn't have to do with food. Now, I think I've covered food in the years of being on my YouTube channel, but I would like to cover more about beneficial herbs and things like that that can really make a difference in your life.